I'm Christina Chen, Assistant Dean of International Students, or Dean Tina. Welcome. Thank you for inviting me to offer remarks at this celebration of tradition, accomplishment, and dreams. I love the tradition of this event, and I know it well. I've been here so long, I attended the first ALANA Baccalaureate banquet in the Hogan Ballroom way back in the 1990s, and pretty much every single one since then. Let me give you a taste of what that first celebration was like. We were a much smaller group back then. Holy Cross was only about 7% students of color, and I think there were fewer than 10 international students that year. That's 10 students in the entire college, not seniors. The students requested a dinner before commencement, and Joseph J. Riley Jr. of the class of 1955 and then chair of the Bishop Healy Committee of the Alumni Association, worked tirelessly to make the students' dream a reality. Today, we continue to celebrate dreams that have become real and to look ahead to a brighter future. We thank the Bishop Healy Committee and its chair, my esteemed colleague and sister friend, Melissa Jaquez, class of 2006, and all its current members. Thank you. You probably noticed that we are not all together in the Hogan Ballroom, but we will be okay because we are all joined together in our hearts. Even before COVID-19 changed us, Holy Cross really was evolving. It is a very different place than it was in the 1990s and at that first baccalaureate banquet. Our community has been enriched in countless ways by you, our students of color, our first gen students, and our international students. Our overall student population is now consistently about 25% students of color. When your class entered in fall 2017, our international population was about 110. And we now have about 120 students representing 21 different countries. How appropriate for the class of 2021. Today's celebration then has been a long time in the making for you, for your families and friends, and for all of us who have been your teachers, advisors, and mentors. We have faced challenges, real challenges, not just worries. Every Holy Cross student complains about the amounts of reading and work for their classes. Some of you know it's even harder to excel in English when that's your second, your third, or even your fourth language. And Holy Cross shares the problems of wider U.S. society and our wider world. We have not been all that you expected, or at times, all that you hoped for. Together, we have endured intolerance, ignorance, and hate. But you, your classmates and friends, have stepped up, have marched, have sat down in the halls of Fenwick and spoken out for Black lives, for immigration reform and DACA, for a healthy earth, and for justice for the victims of anti-Asian hate and the survivors of sexual and gender-based assault. You remind all of us that we must make our campus and our world better. We must be open-minded and open-hearted. We must grieve together and we must fight injustice together. We must engage. We gather at this moment having crossed distances of time and geography. Some of you and your families are viewing this from the other side of the globe, while others are at home in Massachusetts. Some of you have been stuck in Worcester since last summer because if you had returned home to China, there was no direct way for you to travel back into the United States and return to Holy Cross. The COVID-19 pandemic has wreaked havoc and tragedy on our shared world, but we are coming through it together. As you prepare for commencement, many of you will be among the first ever in your families to graduate from college. Some of you are the first generation of your families to be born in the United States, and many of you came here as the only member of your family in the United States. Our ancestors came or were brought here from around the world, and a very few of us are able to say that our ancestors were here when everyone else arrived. Let us all honor the courage of our ancestors. We are here today celebrating because others have supported our dreams. Your families have sacrificed to make this celebration possible, to make you possible, and to provide the opportunity of Holy Cross for you. There may be an empty place in your heart for absent loved ones. They would be here if they could. Allow me to extend my gratitude to your families who shared you with us for a short time. Thank you. Our families have diverse ways of celebrating. Some are more demonstrative, while others are more quiet. In some cultures, praising a daughter or a son in public is considered rude. So it is my joy to praise all of you students and to welcome everyone into this celebration of tradition and achievement. For just a moment, allow me to speak to my favorite international students. And remember, each of the 27 of you is my favorite. Don't ever forget that. Each one of you is my favorite. You travel on 8 different passports: Austria, Canada, China, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, the Netherlands, and South Korea. And 6 of you are U.S. citizens or recent permanent residents who have lived and studied all over the world, including Ireland, the United Kingdom, and the Philippines. But I have always reminded you that we are one world and one Holy Cross. That is what these buttons symbolize. I hope you will wear yours on commencement day, wherever you are. And you are each justly proud of your own cultures and national traditions. So continue to be proud. But as your passport covers say, no matter where in the world you find yourself, you will always have a home at Holy Cross. And each of you holds a very special place in my heart. And as I have reminded you each time I was able physically to sign your I-20 and hand it to you, don't forget to come back. Congratulations, international seniors. And congratulations, everyone. Let our celebration continue.
Loving and gracious God, our journey to this place and to this moment is one that has involved many different paths. Yet we have arrived, and we gather now as a people filled with gratitude because we have not made this journey alone. You, O God, have been with us all along. So let us pause, be attentive to this moment, and give thanks. We give thanks for the members of the class of 2021, for the learning, the growth, the openness to new experiences, the faculty, the staff who supported them in their need, the semesters abroad, the internships, the remote learning. We give thanks for the friendships, the relationships, the late nights, the deep conversations, for the times of joy and of sorrow, of triumph and defeat. We know that the way has not always been easy. We have seen tragedy and grief, injustice and hate, long-born pain welling up again. We have also found traveling companions who have borne us up, who have walked together in solidarity, who have fought for justice, who have lived out love, who have embodied compassion, who have affirmed our common humanity. and our common journey together. We give thanks for the sacrifice and support of those families and friends who have paved the way and shared this journey. For our teachers, coaches, and mentors who have been a central part of our Holy Cross experience, we give thanks. And so, O God, most gracious, most merciful, who walks beside us on all the roads of our lives, we pray that in all the journeys ahead, that our graduates may continue to be beacons of hope and promise to a broken world, a world in need, a world waiting for them. And for these and all your blessings, we offer our humble thanks. Amen.
Members of the class of 2021, 4 years ago you arrived on campus and began the rigorous academic program required of Holy Cross students. But you also found a wide variety of ways to share your talents, perspectives, and concerns by actively participating in numerous campus groups: student government, resident assistance, campus activity board, recognized student and multicultural organizations, pathfinders, student programs for urban development, gateways and passport, and the college and board of trustee committees. You have excelled on stage and on the playing field, in labs and in serving in the chapel and on retreats. You have enriched the campus by your stories and diverse experiences and helped us all to see the world with new eyes. You have challenged the campus community to recognize differences and identities, address inequalities and racism, and work to sustain our common home, the earth. And all the while you have lived, laughed, and celebrated our successes and achievements, and endured together the difficulties of the pandemic, which had a disproportionate effect on many of you. So today, we celebrate your resiliency, your courage, and your diverse achievements. We acknowledge those of you who are the first generation of your families to graduate from college, and those of you who may be the first generation of your family to study abroad. Your presence here has helped make Holy Cross more than a student body, but a diverse and global family. And for all that you have given and received, we can thank your parents and families for their love and unfailing support, and our loving God who brought us all together and now sends you forth to give our world what you have been given over the past 4 years. Please stay in touch and become active alums who will mentor our students, support your fellow graduates, and through your generosity ensure that the college can become increasingly diverse and international. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2021. Congratulations to you. You have gone through the rigors of Holy Cross and have earned a diploma with your name on it. Frame it and be proud of all you've accomplished and all you've contributed to this academic community. You have also earned another accolade, represented by the stole you received today. Some of you are the first in your family to attend college, and you are blazing a trail that others will follow. Some of you are students who call another country home, and in addition to pursuing your college degree, you took on the additional adventure of learning in a new culture. Some of you are people of color, continuing to make real the highest ideals of this nation, that all of us are created equal, and that we are endowed by our Creator with the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You are a special group in the class of 2021. You are pioneers, you are go-getters, you are scholars and leaders. And more than all of this, you are the dreams of your family made manifest. And I thank you for sharing your journey with everyone at the college. The benefits of your Holy Cross education are only just beginning. And I know I've told this story before, but it stays with me and it bears repeating. It's from a Latina alum who told me that the greatest lessons from her Holy Cross experience came several years after her graduation. Her years on the Hill had triumphs for sure, but they also had more than their fair share of tribulation. As she reflected on her experiences and the conversations she had while she was in college, she began to appreciate the gifts her education afforded her, and these are the same gifts your education has afforded you. The ability to think broadly and creatively, the courage to stand up for those on the margins, the humility to know that she doesn't know everything, the fortitude to do what's right, even when it's difficult, and the peace of knowing she makes a difference. The value of her Holy Cross education gained in meaning and importance the farther she was in time and space from the college. And so I hope it is with you. Class of 2021, my graduation wish for you is not for wild success. You have already proven that you have the vision, grit, and determination to make your mark on this world. Instead, my wish for you, as you enter a world that feels somewhat upside down, is that you retain your spirit, that you bless all those you meet with the joy and truth you have so generously shared with us at Holy Cross. In so doing, I am completely confident that you will change the world and your success will be wild. If I might, please allow me to bless you with an adaptation of Father Pedro Rupe's personal prayer. Grant these graduates, O Lord, to see everything now with new eyes, to discern and test the spirits that help them read the signs of the times, to relish the things that are yours, and to communicate them to others. Give them the clarity of understanding that you gave Ignatius. Amen. Because none of us gets where we're going by ourselves, let me close my remarks with a word or two to your first teachers and your biggest fans, your parents, family members, and guardians. Thank you for supporting these graduates and for seeing them through to this finish line. Their accomplishments were born of your dreams, and I thank you for all you have done to make this day possible. Once again, congratulations to you, our graduating students of color, international students, and first-generation students in the class of 2021.
Welcome, soon-to-be graduates of the class of 2021. 4 years ago, we started this journey that now, like all things in life do, is coming to an end. It has been a real pleasure to accompany you during your best and at times your worst moments. Only you know the difficulties and the obstacles that you had to overcome to reach this point. It fills me with pride to see all that you have accomplished in the classroom, the lab, the studio, and the athletic field. Please take a moment to reflect on these accomplishments, and don't forget to thank your friends and especially your family, the people that have been by your side all this time, encouraging you, supporting you. Remember that you are not alone. Stay in touch with friends and classmates. Find time to check on each other and time to take care of yourselves. I have no doubt that you will thrive, that you will become successful, that you will see your dreams fulfilled. The degree that will be conferred in a few days is both the reward for your hard work and a reminder of the education in the liberal arts that you have received at Holy Cross. An education that will serve you well in your future endeavors. Congratulations on a job well done. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on the 21st.
Hello, friends of class of 2021. Wow, here we are. These are the last moments of being able to identify ourselves as undergraduates at the College of the Holy Cross. I'm reminded of the car rear view messages, objects may seem closer than they appear. Reaching the end of our undergrad was closer than it may have seemed when we were first years on the Hill. From Passport Odyssey, fall, and international orientation, a lot has happened since then. staying up all night for enrollment, dressing up to the nines for MSO fashion shows, protesting for social justice, traveling to Boston, raiding the lobby shop during finals, crying over our finals, and spontaneous midnight trips to Wendy's for a 4 for $4. So many memories. Moments that we stressed about that seem so trivial now, and moments that were unplanned that have become some of our favorite memories. Though we couldn't spend our last year all together in one space, we have been connected through this community that transcends the physical space that is the Holy Cross campus. Senior year, I was looking forward to a lot of opportunities personally that consisted of studying abroad and exploring, spending more time with friends, and definitely not spending as much time as I have on my laptop since March 2020. Our class year has missed out on a lot due to the pandemic, and definitely don't need to be reminded of what we missed out on the pandemic. But instead, I want to think about what I was able to do as a result of this pan dulce that is COVID-19, and I hope you'll reflect on your own experiences as well. I got to serve as a peer mentor for 5 students in class of 2024 since the summer of 2020, welcoming them into the Holy Cross community and guiding them through their first year of college. I was able to share virtual spaces with alum that I would have never been able to do if it weren't for Zoom University. I got to expand my role in K-Explosion, the K-pop dance team, and create some pretty fun virtual events. I also, however, suffered a lot mentally, which made this final year one of my most emotionally and mentally taxing. I lost quite a bit of confidence in my capabilities, and suddenly being able to bounce back or consider myself as adaptable no longer seemed true. I felt very alone in how I was feeling, specifically how I was feeling about myself. With the help of those around me, both professional staff and my peers, I had to remind myself of what I had been telling my mentees during the summer. There will be times where you'll feel lonely, and that's completely valid, but just know you're not alone. I had to break out of this mentality that everything was in my control and I was screwing it all up. My closest teacher in high school, Miss Cambosos, had taught me about the circles of influence. The inner circle is your circle of influence, the things you can control, and everything outside of that is out of your control. So therefore, there's no need to stress too much about that. The reality for me was I was doing the opposite of what she taught me. I was stressing so much about everything that I couldn't control, and I was getting so worked up about everything I couldn't do financially, mentally, etc. I needed to remember what I could control, what was in my circle of influence. Those reminders came in the form of the people who were rooting for me. Those who were able to recognize all the positivity that I was spreading to others, but failing to give to myself. Only you know what you've been through these past 4 years, especially this past year. But I promise you, though at times you may forget or fail to recognize it, there are so many people cheering you on, praying for your success, and doing behind the scenes work for you to get to where you need to go. Sometimes all it takes is for you to let people in and being okay with receiving help. That's been a big lesson for me during my senior year, for sure. So what I'm getting at is, this has been a tough time for us as graduates and for us in the world. In many ways, both visible and invisible to others. But there's always going to be a way to keep pushing forward, as long as you make room for a way. And when you can't keep it pushing on your own, remember you're not alone, and that if you just open your eyes, there's someone to the left of you, to the right of you, in the front of you, and behind you, who are willing to grab your hand and help you to keep going forward. Yes, it hasn't been the senior year that the classes before us has described or bragged about, but we sealed our place in history. Finishing undergrad and graduating during the heat of the pandemic, literally not many can say they've done that. So take this moment, pat yourself on the back right now, and say out loud, damn, I did that. We did that. We made it through being the first in our family to graduate. We made it by entering a country that is not our own. We made it carrying the weight society has pushed against our culture, our heritage, our skin color, sexual orientation, our varying abilities. No matter how you got here, all that matters is that you got here. And honestly, all that pretty much is to it. As an advisor of mine outside of Holy Cross, Sam Kennedy said to me, "Be kind to yourself as you're kind to others." Gratulacje, 축하합니다, felicidades, gonghe, bahut bahut batai, gongshi, felicitation, wayadien. Class of 2021, well done, and congratulations to us.
Class of 2021, congratulations. You guys are a very favorite class of mine. You know, when I was abroad my junior year, I came back for the second semester, and one of the things that I loved about that experience was that there was a lot of new faces. There was a lot of new people on campus, people I didn't know, and getting to come back in like the middle of the school year and meet all of you, hang out, you know, be in classes, uh, be in different clubs. It was amazing to see you all, and get to know you. And what was even greater was then once I became a senior, and then now that I'm an alum, seeing you guys become the leaders on campus that you are now. It's something great, and it's something amazing, and it's something that's amplified even more when put into the context that you guys did this in the middle of a pandemic. Your junior year was kind of cut short. You guys had to go home. You had to learn how to be in a remote environment, learn how to learn virtually. And that's something that no one's ever done before. And not only did you guys finish your junior year like that, but you guys took it a step further and you finished your senior year. You're now on the precipice of graduating and getting your diploma, and you did that still in a global pandemic. No one's ever done that before, and that's amazing that you guys did it and you guys succeeded in it. You've all thrived and done great things for campus, and that is amazing. It's not only my honor to welcome you into the Holy Cross alumni family, but as the chair of the HC First Gen Alumni Network, it's my privilege to be able to welcome you guys into our family. As first gen alumni students, we know all too well how hard it was to learn a new environment and go through college and be the first one in your family to do that. As you guys take this next step in life and figure out what's going to happen, whether that's finding a new job, getting a higher degree, moving to a new city, even going back home, right? We are there for you. We don't believe in you guys having to figure everything out on your own. If you need help, if you need anything, even if you just need someone to talk to, a friendly face to see, we're there for you. And I hope that once you guys have settled in, you know, everything is a little bit back to normal and you're able to look back on your time at Holy Cross and everything you did, know that you guys did something amazing, that you did something that was never done before, and that means you guys can do anything going forward. I'm excited to see you graduate. I'm excited to see you take the next steps, and I'm excited to see what you all do next. Please don't forget the Holy Cross family you built here. We are here for you. We will always be here for you. And all you need to do is just reach out, say hi, and get the conversation going. Enjoy your time. Enjoy everything that is graduation and, you know, the last bit of time on Mount St. James. It's something magical. It's something that you will never forget for the rest of your lives. And I hope that you all enjoy it to the max. Congrats on finishing your classes and congrats on graduating. Welcome to the Holy Cross alumni family.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Melissa Alves, and 15 years ago, I was also getting ready to graduate from Holy Cross as a member of the class of 2006. Since then, I also had the pleasure of working at Holy Cross between 2011 and 2019. During that time, I was lucky to have the opportunity to work with many of you. Today, I'm excited to be here with you, celebrating you, and welcoming you to the Holy Cross alumni family. I can't even begin to express in words how proud I am of all of you and how happy we are to welcome you to the alumni family with big, wide open arms. But before I do that, I want to take a moment to recognize that your journey has not been easy. 4 years at Holy Cross for a first generation BIPOC or international student are not easy under normal circumstances. Now, add on top of that a global pandemic that has exacerbated the racial and social injustices that already have plagued our country and our small Holy Cross community since their foundation, and you get the biggest test of character, faith, and hope. I want to recognize that the last year and a half has been a turbulent and difficult one, and we can't pretend that each of you have not been impacted academically, personally, emotionally, or mentally. So much has been lost over the past year and a half that will never be recovered again. And I hope that you have been kind to yourselves and given yourselves the time to process and heal. But today, we celebrate your resiliency, your grit, and your ability to hold on to hope, even at our lowest moments. Each of you faced the adversities of the last 4 years, and you thrived. It was not easy, but here you are celebrating this special day with your peers, who by now are probably like family, your friends, family, mentors, advocates, and champions. As this celebration marks the next step in your journey and your transition from Holy Cross student to Holy Cross alumni, I want to leave you with a few pieces of advice. We often think that life after college will be easier. As a first generation Latina and daughter of immigrants, I thought this was it. I made it. But the truth is, life after college has its own challenges. In those moments, I want you to remember this. You are a Holy Cross graduate. You overcame a lot to get to that moment, and your life experiences and your time at Holy Cross has prepared you to overcome anything that comes your way. You each have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to continue to thrive beyond college. So, in those moments of doubt, stop and remember that this isn't new territory for you. You have faced challenges in the past and overcame them. Remember to lean on those closest to you, and perhaps even those like your alumni family, who no matter the distance nor the years, share a special bond that transcends time and distance. Consider staying engaged. Look, I get it. For some of you, you are ready to go and not look back. My advice to you is take the time and space you need to reflect or even heal. But my hope for you is that you find your way back. Because, like you who are sitting here today, there will be many more first generation BIPOC and international students sitting in your seats in the future. And while we continue to push for change so that everyone experiences a sense of belonging and equitable experiences at Holy Cross, that will take time. For some students, it will be the support of alumni like you who will help them get to where you are today. So when you are ready, consider serving as a mentor. Join the Bishop Healy Committee or the HCAA. Donate to the Bishop Healy Emergency and Support Fund or any of the affinity funds that support our community, or simply come back to campus and sit with a student who perhaps is looking to pursue a career in your industry. Because what I have learned over the last 15 years as an alumni is that no form of giving back is too small. As alumni, you will hold the power to transform someone's life in many ways. But until that time comes, take today to celebrate what you have accomplished. If you haven't yet thanked those who have supported you, inspired you, and have been your champions, whether throughout your 4 years at Holy Cross or just this semester, make sure to do so today. Because we all know it takes a village, it takes a community, and we rarely ever do it alone. I hope that each of you understands your strengths, the values and assets that you each hold and bring anywhere you go, and how lucky our community and those you will join or return to are for having you as a member. As you get ready to graduate, I hope you never forget this and that you remember that you will always have a Holy Cross family rooting for you and here to offer you support and encouragement. So as you leave the hill and embark on your next journey, leave reassured that you are ready. You are ready for what comes next. You are ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor that comes with the very large diploma that Holy Cross gives us, the one that you worked hard for and that soon you will hold in your hands. Congratulations and welcome to the Holy Cross family. And I'll definitely see you in 5 years as you return to celebrate your 5-year reunion and I celebrate my 20 years. Believe it or not, it will be here before you know it. Until then, rejoice in your accomplishments, celebrate yourselves and each other, and take the time to take this moment in. Sending you all a big virtual hug and lots of love. Congratulations.
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 To our ALANA first generation and international students, on behalf of the Department of Sociology and Anthropology, we really want to congratulate you heartily on your graduation. We're so proud of you and the way that you've persevered, especially through these challenging times. And we deeply thank you for all the ways that you've contributed to Holy Cross during your time with us here. And we look forward to hearing about all of the wonderful things that we know you're going to do in the future. So congratulations.
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 Congrats, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. On behalf of the Center for Career Development,
we would like to extend our profound congratulations
to all of the ALANA first generation and international graduates
of the class of 2021,
their families.
We are so proud
of all you accomplished
and wish you the best of luck.
So enjoy your moment and
congratulations.
On behalf of the chaplains, we want to say congratulations to all our graduating seniors. Thank you so much for all you've shared with our community over the past 4 years. And we're so excited to see what the future holds for you.
Most sincere congratulations to all of you.
Super proud of you. Congratulations.
God bless you all and go forth and do great things for God's people.
Congratulations to you for all your accomplishments and all best wishes for your happiness and your success.
Hello, our seniors. As you graduate, know that we have you in our hearts and we'll pray for you. Congratulations.
It took a lot of hard work and determination for you to get here. You should be so proud. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for all of your hard work and dedication. It's been a joy and a privilege to walk with you, and we wish you all the best.
Congratulations and best of luck in all of your future endeavors and adventures in life post-graduation.
Congratulations and thank you for sharing so much of who you are with us. We wish you all the best. Now go forth and set the world on fire.
Congratulations to all of the ALANA First Gen and International students in the class of 2021 at the College of the Holy Cross. My name is Chad Moore. I work in the Office of Residence Life and Housing, and I just want to say thank you so much for bringing your full selves to this campus, for making it a better place, for pushing this institution to grow and to be better in important ways. And I know that you will bring that same passion, that same experience, that same wisdom into all of the places you go after this. Congrats again and good luck.
Happy graduation to the ALANA International and First Generation students of the class of 2021. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our wonderful graduating seniors.
We enjoyed working with you immensely over the last 4 years, and we are going to miss you. But we can't wait to see where you go next. And please check in and let us know how you're doing. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Frappers, both students and mentors. We couldn't be more proud of all your accomplishments, and we look forward to what you're going to do next.
Hello. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate you all. I can't imagine what this last year has been like for you. But I do want to let you know that we, ALANA alumni, celebrate you, and we are so very proud of you. Congratulations again.
Hey there, my name is Don Medor, class of 2011. Just wanted to congratulate the class of 2021 for finishing strong and going through this pandemic and essentially prove to the world that you are the best of the best. So congratulations.
Hello, Holy Cross, ALANA, first generation and international student, graduating with the class of 2021 from Holy Cross. My name's Kamele, class of 2015. I just wanted to tell you guys congratulations, and I'm so excited for what you all are, for all the great things you guys are going to do in the world after graduating, and welcome to the HC alumni family.
Hello, Holy Cross class of 2021. This is Fred Givens coming to you from the class of 1992. I want to welcome you into the Alumni Holy Cross Association. And for ALANA students, the network of alumni that you experience, that you connect with, that you'll get to know is beyond incredible. I mean, the things that ALANA alumni have done are absolutely amazing. And I'm humbled to be a part of this community, and I welcome you to this community. So I know it's a crazy year in this virtual world, but you made it. You're getting out there in the real world. It'll be a challenge, but just so you know, we are here for you. We love you. We got your back. Congratulations, class of 2021. Have a wonderful life.
Congratulations to the class of 21. I am prayerful that the challenges that you faced and overcome have prepared you for a life of fulfillment and success.
Congratulations to our ALANA First Gen International students. You did it! Harriet Tubman said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. You have changed Holy Cross because you've been here, you've dreamt, and you've reached for the stars, and you will do this every place you go next. We are grateful that you have been here, that you've contributed, and that you've brought all of yourself to the Holy Cross community. I'm proud of you, Holy Cross is proud of you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you've done for our community. Good luck. Congratulations again.